Hello, my name is Jeff, and I'll be presenting my global perspective presentation. It's about reducing traffic in Bucharest, and as you can see, we've come up with a range of methods. And as I'll quote my friend, he says traveling to Mars would be the same thing as being stuck in traffic these days in Bucharest. According to Tom's traffic index, Bucharest has the highest level of traffic congestion in the whole of Europe. Traffic congestion only adds to the problem which Bucharest already has, such as the number of increased CO2 emissions and also transport accidents and all that. The lack of space in Bucharest is also causing congestion as cars are parked randomly in streets and everywhere. We're trying to achieve this by getting rid of this. This is our main focus because we want to increase the use of public transport and decrease the level of cars which are on the streets. My perspective is the improvement of the efficiency of transport, public transport, while Jakub's perspective is car management, which means taxing cars for parking and for, let's say, just being there. My main focus is improving public transport, which is a very efficient way because most people use public transport, and for people who don't have cars, it has to be efficient enough for them to be encouraged to use it. My presentation is going to include all forms of public transport such as buses, metros, and trains. The improvement of public transport will lead to a range of benefits such as technological, economical, and environmental. I have a method here which is probably not valid, but it's okay, as the use of solar buses will reduce the amount of fuel being used and will be cheaper than normal buses because, as it says, over the years, the use of solar panels and solar buses is already cheaper and will get cheaper. My main environmental benefit will be that it decreases CO2 emissions and reduces the number of cars on the street by coaxing people out of their cars. My first method is price reduction. Price reduction is very effective as it encourages people to use public transport more by reducing the ticket fares for metros and buses. The economical benefit will be that it will bring in revenue for the government and allows more people, as more people use the public transport, this will make the government have money from each person who uses it. My second method will be better integration of public transport, as right now most of the public transport are individually and run by different companies. But a good example will be the RI Curativo, which integrates its metro with its buses. So while the metro is landing, the bus is also coming at the same time. This integration helps make the public transport experience more smoother and more effective. My third method will be the separate bus lanes, which helps the bus move faster than normal cars and avoid traffic congestion, making public transport more efficient, which people would like to use because they get to work faster or they get to their destinations faster than cars do because of traffic. It's relatively cheap. It's not that expensive compared to other forms of um, traffic reduction. My fourth method will be the diversifying of um, express services, which a good example will be Shinjuku Station in Japan, which they have they have improved their metro rails, and also they've managed to bring in different companies which have better and more faster technology, which helps the trains move faster and improves the quality of public transport as a whole. The technological benefit will be the gradual improvement of city planning, and also the push towards a greener and safer energy source, which will help the environment. It also relates to environmental benefits, and will also be cheaper because economically it leads to more innovation and more money will be produced by the government. These are some of other ideas which I didn't include, such as the standing buses, which applies standing buses because cars go under while the buses are on top, and this doesn't affect like the public transport. Another one would be the Hyperpool, which is supported by Tesla. It's a very huge company who supports cars, but they've been trying to get into public transport, so it will be very effective once these ideas are put in place. In my conclusion, I would say my ideas are relatively cheap to implement, and wouldn't cost would help reduce a lot of the traffic problems which are being experienced by Bucharest, and would help the environment as a whole because it reduces the amount of CO2 emissions and also the amount of people on the road. These are my sources which I got my information from. Although these are not all of them, there are some which I would include in the next one. But thank you, that's it.